Hey, have you ever wondered if you're really living? I don't mean having a body of flesh and blood and a beating heart. We in the land of fantasy know you don't mean that to live. Hi, Hexagon! It's good to see you. How are you doing? Yeah, it's been a while. I've been doing alright. And, yeah, I hope you enjoy. Have a nice lurk there. I mean, living, whatever that means to you. Funny question, isn't it? For some, it's easy as one word, and for others, answering, it's an impossible request. To many long-lived yokai, life is safety and freedom. To Lunarians residing on the moon, life is just continued existence. To me, life means movement, growth, change. Floating on the wind, simming through the seas, finding patches of shelter and sunlight, and becoming part of the world. By the way, how are audio levels? Are they fine? Because I have everything like set down in OBS as usual for my desktop audio, so is my voice coming through just fine? Even being stomped on and crushed forever is a form of living, because while you can't see it, the seeds you bore will carry you through the winds, and you will live through them. But when you sink into the shadows, sealing your fate to wither away and leave nothing but ash, you are not living, but slowly dying. Sometimes I get really scared of death. The little rabbit princess frolicking about in the woods. After so long staying cooped up in my castle, I wished to leave. My parents insisted on bringing a bodyguard, but I couldn't stand the idea. How could I appreciate the view with a servant breathing down my neck? And out here, I knew going alone was the right choice. The place had just fallen under a great shower of magic and wonder. The leaves looked like little shards of bent starlight, the morning dew forming little twinkles. And off in the distance, past the countless trees, there sat a little shrine in a clearing, solitary yet serene. Seeing this filled my heart with a song I had never heard before. Arms waving about, admiring every sight and sound, I sang with nobody to hear. I was out of tune, out of line, and out of my mind. But I was happy. Hi, Kimia! How are you doing? It's good to see you. Hold on, actually, I'm gonna give you a shout out since, yeah, I don't think, seeing you, in this channel, but you do have some nice streams. Now get out and stay away forever! Fine, just not hitting me with those things. Finally, I thought she'd never leave. On that surprisingly cool summer day, a scene from a cartoon played before me. I had only come to the shrine to visit an acquaintance, but instead I found two. The shrine maiden Reimu Hakure and someone else. A girl dressed in blue and gold, floating in the air. She had been blown out the front door, covered in countless little amulets. Once she was far away enough to escape the shrine maiden's wrath, she stopped moving, and tried scraping off the dirt and amulets. I only stood in place, watching her closely. It took a while for her to notice me, but once she did, she started walking towards the stairs. She seemed to consider stopping as she approached me, meeting my eyes for only a second. For a moment, I thought I heard muttering, "Weirdo." Before I could reply, she turned her head and flew right past me. Only then did I finally recognize her. But by then it was too late. Hey, are you gonna come over here and donate or what? Oh, it's you again. Why, hello there, Reimu. What brings you here today? What brings you here? This is my shrine. Not much, just taking out the trash. And the trash is that girl... And that trash is the girl that passed me? Yeah, and it was really hard. I need to get myself some new poltergeist repellent amulets. By the way, these characters, are all from the third Touhou game, one of the PC 98 ones, so I'm not quite as well versed on the lore as I am with some of the later games. Why did you? He showed up here a few weeks ago and acted like she owned this place, flying around the shrine, playing with all my stuff, making as much noise as she could. Couldn't get a wink of sleep. Really? That sounds super fun. I'm jealous. If you say so. Well, it was fun for her at least. Like I care. So what do you want to do? Donate? Nope. Drink tea and chat? Nope. Ride Genji? Nope. Play shogi? Nope. Keep the shrine for me? Nope. And what are you here for? Saying hello. Goodbye. I turned around and bolted to the shrine stairs. That girl was Kana Annabelle. I had met her while we participated in a little fighting tournament. We ended up winning the tournament rather easily, which caught all the participants off guard. So I guess that's the ending they're going for in Touhou 3, because it is one of those Twinkle Star Sprite style games, where you can pick from multiple characters. Each one has their own story. I had expected to never meet her again, but here she was. And this time, something about her had caught my attention. Many things, actually. Her eyes, the Western-style clothes, the mirage-like glow around her. I had let many people pass me by before, but something about this girl seemed to call for me. And I knew that if I refused the call, we really would never meet again. I ran and ran until finally, I caught a glimpse of Kana. She turned to me, and we simply stood there for far too long. Are you going to say something or what? You're Kana, right? You got it. Kana Annabelle, the ectoplasm. Aren't you that weird girl from the Damaku competition? The really weak one who went down in 10 seconds? Oh yes, it's been so long. How are you? Absolutely fantastic. Things couldn't be better. Really? Of course not. I just got exercise from my new home. Finally had a place to live with a human that was only there, and now it's gone. I have to find a new place before I fade away forever. You're not going to say anything helpful, then leave me alone. How about you stay at my place for a while? Huh? That's an interesting person. I'd love to have you around for a while. Stop joking around. You can't possibly. I'm not joking. You really mean it? Of course. I don't lie about these things. Thank you. And just like that, we were friends. I quickly brought Kana to my home and went through the necessary rituals to bind her to it. Poltergeists like Kana are normally bound to their one place of residence, you see. They cannot leave their home for more than 3 days, or else they will cease to be. Somehow she was able to live at Reimu's shrine. The fact happened because of her reward for winning the tournament. For months, Kana lived there in relative happiness. She had to hide from the guards and my parents, on account of her phantomic nature. Though she did pull pranks on my servants every now and then. I liked having her there. She brought life to the uptight home. Turned out to be just as interesting as I had hoped. She originally lived in a Western-style house just outside the human village. While she couldn't get out much, she had access to tomes that taught her many things. It was to the point where she knew more about the outside world than the land of fantasy. We would often go on walks and talk for hours on incredibly important subjects, until one night... Come on, cookies are infinitely better than mochi. Yeah, but they're so dry. Half the time it's just crumbly bits of flowers. That's what the milk is for. You dip them in the milk and they're all nice and wet. But you can eat mochi normally. You don't need to milk from a cow to enjoy it. And they're just sweeter when you bite into them, not all bitter and crunchy like cookies. Bitter and crunchy? What kind of cookies have you been eating? None. What? Not even once. How the heck? What do they look like again? Okay, Miss Cookie Hater. As soon as we get home, I'm gonna make 100 chocolate chip cookies and you're gonna eat every last one. Sounds great. One evening, we took an especially late stroll through the bamboo forest of the Lost. It was already dark, and the moonlight was just barely stopping us from walking right into the bamboo trees. Not to mention... Hold on. The more nasty fairies were just beginning to come out around this time. We're thinking of going home soon, but... Hey, can I say something kind of silly? What else do we do together? Alright, I want to get a girlfriend. Me too. Well, I already have girlfriends. But isn't that a mood? Oh my, you mean a soulmate, someone to love romantically. I've been thinking about it for a while. Being with you is fun and all, but I can't stay forever. Having someone like that might help me, but I don't know a thing about finding a soulmate. Me neither. But I do know a few places we can try. Distracted. Oh yeah, same here, Linalia. I have many horror crushes too, and I think you know all of them, or most of them at least. What's your dream girl like? My dream girl? Your dream girl, the perfect woman for you, someone who has everything you desire in a lover. Oh, that's easy. Soft and caring, with a big smile on her face all the time. Be the master of a huge mansion full of things to do, and take care of it with utmost skill. Tall and strong, both mind and body, always there to reassure me when something goes wrong. You'd have long hair that glows like the stars, and a sense of fashion in her clothing. That's how much it becomes gaudy. Oh, and a set of massive honkers. Yeah, honkers? Honkers, you know, those big metal things that go honk when you blow into them. Oh, that's what you mean, of course. Ah, trumpet. Every night she would cast a spell for them to magically serenade me to sleep. How convenient. How convenient. I know a few people like that just right in this very forest. Hold on, I'm gonna need to refill my water. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's keep on going here. Just follow me. And so, our night continued. The people I knew resided in a place completely isolated from most of the land of fantasy. It happened on this place some years ago, and since then it's been a little secret of mine. Past the brook where the frogs do not croak, over the anthill that towers above mountains, and there through the eyes of the spiderweb, there she was, the white rabbit. Sat in a clearing, seeming to beckon us closer. Looks like her doors are open this time. What do you mean? It's just a rabbit. A rabbit that will show us the way. It just ran away. 1 second though there, it was next to gone, leaving only a ruffling bamboo leaves in its wake. We ran through the thicket and trees, past the fairies and their magic lights. You can try to pet the rabbit, Linalia, but it might just run away like it did here. Several times we thought we lost it, but after what felt like hours, we were there. So tired. Okay, so here's the thing. Apparently Raisin was drawn at the last minute, so that's why her sprite looks like this. This was actually referenced in one of this year's Pride Jam entries. Tay, what are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be fetching the laundry? Hey? Hey, get back here. Tay! Good morning. What? You, me. Can't believe Tay led you here again. I'm here too. Another one? I'm gonna have a word with that fluffy pain in the tail. For now, gaze into my eyes of madness. What the? It's not working. Little Inaba, you have much to learn. Powers of insanity won't work on a being born from insanity. Ah, I'm sorry, Princess. I should have shot them instead. Please, you must not be so rude to our friends. This haired girl has been dear to me ever since she stumbled upon our abode. Despite being of the superior Lunarian race, I some days desire visits from Earthlings. For a place where time stands still, the only thing that grows is boredom. Even an Earthling princess like you should understand that. Princess? You're right, I do understand. That's why I've brought you a new plaything. Her name is Kana. Plaything? Oh, don't be so scared, little ghost. You won't be treated differently from any other Earthling. For some reason, that doesn't raise my spirits at all. Now, my friends, are you ready to undertake my impossible requests? Absolutely not. We're just here for a tour around the house. I see. Come then, the night shall perish if we take too long. Princess, this is... Racing, go back to your usual task. There's no need to worry. Welcome to the House of Eternity, my home of over 1,000 years and counting. With my powers to manipulate eternity, I've created a spell to effectively stop time. In this place, nothing changes and nothing dies. It's a place void of impurity. Even though I've been here many times, this place still felt like another world. The air was so unnaturally still, I almost had trouble breathing. There was not a mite of dust, nor a single creak. It was a warm castle of solid ice. We walked through winding halls that broke the rules of space and time. Kana was in such awe, she did not speak for a while. Kaguya and I simply waited for her, afraid to break the silence ourselves. You mentioned impossible requests. Are you the legendary Princess Kaguya of the Moon? Oh, you've heard of me? A mighty well-read one, I see. Not really. Your story is still famous, even in the outside world. Everyone knows it. Ah, that's nice. Why are you here, though? Weren't you brought to the moon shortly after you arrived? Not quite. The other Lunarians attempted to bring me back, but I wish to stay on Earth. My belief is that they're still searching for me. So to speak, this house is my hiding place. But that's enough about me. Little Rabbit, why have you bought this apparition? You're certain she would not spoil our time together? What do you mean? She's my friend. Really now? You actually like her presence? Yes, she does. We're equals in mind and spirit, and we love each other's company. How time has flown. Guess today's humans really are accepting of yokai. Not really. Almost everyone else is afraid of her. So you are strange even among your Earthling peers. I like that. So, Kana, where are you from? Well, we chatted like this for a while. For the most part, I kept silent. Kaguya's eyes lit up as she heard of Kana's old mansion, and soon Kana began asking about life at the House of Eternity. Despite the rocky start, they seemed interested in each other's lives. I had expected this, knowing Kaguya. Fostering could never fully hide her excitement for the Earthlings. Did we leave something on our hands here? Hey, Kana. Isn't Kaguya beautiful? She's out of this world. Do you think she's the one? I don't think so. She is lacking that special something. Why are you whispering? I could hear everything you're saying. Funner that way. Did I pretend not to hear? Ah! Linolia! No. Hana, take it away. What? Me? Now? Better to be direct in this case. Kaguya is really understanding. Okay, I'm looking for a girlfriend. Someone confident and caring, strong in both mind and body, and unafraid. Open up emotionally, and if something went wrong, she'd be there for me no matter what. Even better if she had a huge extravagant home, long shining hair, and a slick sense of fashion. The massive honkers, that's so sweet. In that case, Erin would be perfect for you. She's the other Lunarian in this house. Many know her as the Brain of the Moon. She has accrued a long history as a great sage. Even helped found the lunar capital, using her wits and intelligence thousands of that any other human or yokai. In the House of Eternity, there are no spirits of your kind. I thought she'd fall in love with you at first sight. Or she would just dissect you for research. But that's a form of love from a scientist, is it not? Oh, pass, thanks. What a shame. What about Raisin? She fits zero of the descriptors, but she's close by. Who? Raisin's that bunny lady that tried to shoot us earlier. Amusing one she is. She used to work at the lunar capital. But with the other moon rabbit, she deserted during the Lunar War. Aaron and I happened to find her one day and took her in. They seemed aloof at first, but each you could perchance become closer if given proper tools. Tools? Anna, have you ever played shogi? Just what to do, brought in the necessary materials, and then called Raisin over. Explained to her, she and Kana would play friendly games of shogi together, with only one thing changed. And we're playing chess too? Yep, since I gave you a chess game not too long ago, I thought it'd be perfect for you and Kana to bond over. But I've never played chess. How does it work? You'll figure it out. What the? Like I said, we're playing chess. And shogi. I like this. Kana will be the chess pieces, and Raisin will be shogi. Fine. Prepare yourself, bunny girl. Ready, set, start. Wait, how come our pawn can only move 2 spaces? That's just a basic rule of chess. First time it moves, a pawn can move 2 spaces. Oh, and they only capture diagonally forward. What? Yes, they did, Mia! Okay, so the horse of the night. Raisin, are you simply moving without thinking ahead? How can I think ahead when I don't know the rules? You could just ask us. Okay, what's this tall piece of the ball on top? She's the queen. What does the queen do? That's a secret. Move my queen over here. What the? She moved that many spaces. Didn't you know? The queen's range is infinite in any direction. Then I'll just move my silver general over here. Now you can't attack me without losing such a powerful unit. Hey, how about I castle now? You what? Castle! There's nothing between them. You can make your king and rook switch places. There, I finally took a piece. At least only a pawn. Still, I should give you the opportunity to drop it. Oh, you can't drop pieces in chess. Guess it's my lucky day. I'm on a roll here. Then I'll just put my knight here. Finally! Say goodbye to your knight. Wow, she actually fell for it. Raisin, you played shogi with the other moon rabbits all the time, didn't you? Surely you should be better than this. Actually, I was so bad at it, everyone made fun of me. Reason number 776, I deserted. But hey, at least I'm here fighting against a master here. My second time ever playing chess. Yeah, she's pretty bad at it. Yes, I got my bishop over there. Now let's just... Oh no, you're in trouble now. Yeah, I know. Drop this bishop right here. Fine, I'll just... Yes, the turns are tabling now. No, I forgot to promote that bishop. Oh my. Oh, and let's chop that queen. Exact same move that your queens have, right? Sure, that sounds fun. Oh, my rabbit's foot is finally paying off. In that case, exchange your 4 pawns for another queen. What the? You can do that? One of the most basic rules of chess. My pawn is in the promotion zone. That'll become a queen, and of course I can place it where I want. This game has some very silly rules. And I'll move here. I'll move here. Hana, give Racing that queen. What? He fell off a cliff. It only happened under very specific circumstances. What the heck are you talking about? That makes no sense. A very old rule. Many of the more unfaithful editions omit it. Fine. Guess it's only fair for her to lie, and I'm doing the same thing. Here's another queen for you to deal with. Oh, Racing, you're fleeing? How fitting. Please, princess. My heart can't take much more of this. I believe you, but there's another option. Go here and... There. Hey, why did that rook move twice? I believe you're so unknowledgeable about chess, Racing. Look, that's castle can move twice in one turn. Ah, I see now. Well, Kana, do you know this incredibly obscure rule in shogi? Capture an enemy knight and an enemy bishop. Your promoted bishop can do this! And there we had it. I've won. Good game. Yeah, I don't know enough about individual chess rules to really know how accurate this is, but I assume it isn't that much. Even though I lost fair and square, I had a lot of fun. Are you serious? Yeah, I don't get to do these things often, and playing with you is a real treat. To be totally honest, this is the funnest thing I've done in years. Totally honest, I've hated every second of it. But you seem fun to be around. How about we play again sometime? Preferably with the same pieces. Deal! Bravo, you two. Bravo! Never seen such a splendid battle of wits. You say so. Ah. I'm so tired. Princess, may I please go to bed now? Yes, I think so. You've done enough today. Thanks. Oh yeah, it's really late. We should be going home soon, or our parents will get extra mad. Well, do you think Racing is the one? Maybe, but it's hard to tell when I'm clobbering her so bad. I want to find at least one more person to go for. What about Moko? That's most of your description, though I've never been to her house. She certainly doesn't have massive honkers. Oh, that would be a wonderful idea. Who's Moko? She's a very good friend of mine. Surprised you know her, little rabbit. Sometimes escorts lost humans out of the bamboo forest. Come across her many times trying to see you. She's not a big talker and doesn't come out too often. She looks like just your type. My type? She's not that kind of friend. Oh, she definitely is, Kaguya. Talking to Kana, silly. Ah, what a comical mistake. Don't know about you, but I'll stay up all night if I have to. Let's go see her. Oh, if you're seeing her tonight... Take this gift to her, you really. And remember, this is for Fujiwara no Moko only. Understand? Don't go opening others' presents. Understood. What is this? Only a box of tea leaves. It should be of no concern to you. Oh, and don't let her know it's from me. With some directions and a wave goodbye, we were off. Walked through the forest was serene. Light made all our troubles simply fly off our shoulders. We talked a little bit about the House of Eternity and its residents. The whole time, Connor couldn't keep the huge grin off her face. I can't blame her. She'd seen so many new things. I was the same way when I first found this place. A bit of planning for Mako too, but we didn't have much info to go off. But then we reached a clearing with the moon in full view. Without anything to prompt it, Kana began to sing. This was the first time I'd heard her sing. For a second, I thought of making a joke about it, but it was just beautiful to interrupt. Her voice was one with the wind, and she floated along with it, like a white veil. We arrived at Mako's house too soon. Much smaller than I expected, but thinking back, it was definitely more fitting for her. I approached the front door with the smallest steps, while Kana floated behind. What if she's sleeping now? Wouldn't it be rude to wake her up? Absolutely. Hey, Mako, come on out! Who are you? Don't you remember? We've met several times. Walked alongside hundreds of lost humans. I don't think I should have to remember every single one. But hey, I'll take for your word for it. What do you want? Tea, words, and a gift. I see. That's fine by me. It's been a while since I've had visitors. Mako's house was bare. Didn't seem like a home one could even survive in. There was no furniture, no light source, nothing resembling a bed. Simply walls, floor, and a couple cabinets. Walking through the house, I can only think one thing. I would love to live here. Sorry, there's not much life here. I live a simple life, you see. Hang on just a second. Don't want you stumbling around in the dark. Bo grabbed a big kettle full of water off the floor. She held it up with one hand and the other under it. And then, with only the snap of her fingers, the room was lit up. A flame had appeared right over her free hand. It was both a lantern and a stove. Oh, that's so cool. How do you do that? I'm glad you like it. It's just your ordinary magic. Learned it a long time ago. I'd say it's pretty hot. Oh, never heard that one before. Alright, I'll ask again. Who are you? Kana and Apparel. I'm a poltergeist that's just been freed from her original home. I like tea and crumpets, playing harmless pranks, and warm days in the shade. My friend here wants to help me find someone. And who is this someone? Manolia, please. You know, you're pretty hot too. He wants a girlfriend, someone to love romantically. You don't know who yet, but you could say I have an idea. Sorry, that's kind of talking. I don't know who yet, but I do have an idea. A dream girl, you could say. Someone strong and sweet. Lovey-dovey and responsible. With long hair that shines like the stars. A good sense of style. And massive honkers. Oko was silent for a second, then broke into a hearty laugh. I couldn't tell if she was laughing with us or at us, but it was so contagious that I didn't care. At least until I saw Kana. She looked deeply upset. That's amazing. You chose me, of all people. I'm flattered, really. Sorry, it's probably stupid. No, you're fine. Just good to know what you want. Besides, I've seen plenty worse goals in my days. Don't think I could take you up by though. And that though, I haven't been in the mood for romance in a long time. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm still up for a chat though. It's getting late, but we could stay up all night if I want to. I don't need much sleep either. Sure. He's ready now. We have some? Sure, just let me drink it first. Oh man, that's really strong. The room went dark. Oko kept coughing and just wouldn't stop. We both froze for only a second, but that was enough. By the time the coughing ended, all we could see was the outline of a collapsed body on the floor, unmoving. Oh my gosh! Is she... Holy macaroni, that hurt! Sorry you had to see that. What? Tell me, did you get this from Kaguya? Yes. Was that your reason for coming here? Poisoning me? No, we promise. We're not assassins or anything like that. You seem sincere enough. Just don't do any more favors for her, okay? You're just the sort of thing all the time. We kind of hate each other. That's awful. Yeah, a little. None of it does any real damage though, since, you know, I can't die. Every time I die, I just come right back. That's how it's been, and that's how it will always be. Forever. But that's enough about me. How the heck do you know Kaguya? She never lets visitors in, especially not impure earthlings. I just stumbled upon her house many moons ago. She welcomed Kana and I with open arms. Really now? That selfish, stuck-up lunatic? Are you sure you just didn't meet a lookalike? Yes, she is a selfish, stuck-up lunatic. She's a really nice, selfish, stuck-up lunatic if you get to know her. Really? Really? You're lucky I'm in a good mood right now. Or you'd be finding out what a 5th degree burn feels like. Kidding, only 3rd degree. Our conversation continued like that for a while. Kana describes her old mansion and family, while Mako kept a light flame above her hand, occasionally replying. Along the way we learned an amount of things about her. Ah, thank you, Mia. Yeah, I'm very happy with this. This is like something I got in late 2021 when I decided to just start VTubing. And I think I have the attribution there. My live 2D model, it was done by Stinky Tree, who's a furry artist who has done stuff for friends. So that's how I kind of knew them. And yeah, it's really good. Kana describes her old mansion and family, while Mako kept a light flame above her hand, occasionally replying, "Oh yeah, okay, I read that whole text box." She lives mostly as a hermit, in the company of fairies more than humans, though she sometimes visits a human village for supplies or talking to friends. She runs a yakitori stand, which is how she can afford her worldly possessions, clothes, books, and the occasional snack. When you can't die, it's hard to care about food or comfort. By the way, keep the whole immortality thing between us, alright? You saw it, but that ain't supposed to be a public thing. Right. What about you? You've been awfully quiet about yourself. Me? I'm a princess. Really now? Do I not act like one? Not particularly. That's not a bad thing to me, though. I hate those snooty types. Gee, golly gosh, Glorioski, I could never have guessed. Really? I spend most of my time collecting stuff. Random nicknames, spells, games, and stories. Lots of stories. Interesting. And you're allowed to go out with only a poltergeist by your side? No. Thought so. By the way, what's your name? What's in a name? Not what you call a rose by any other name. It'd smell just as sweet. I gotta go back to the bathroom now. Have fun talking, you two. Do you even have a bathroom? There's a hole in the ground outside. Just look around for a minute. You'll find it. Sorry, that's probably a total disgrace for a princess. Nah, it's fine. I've went in way worse. In truth, I didn't have to go right then. This was all part of my master plan. Despite Moko's earlier insistence, I wasn't quite convinced that things couldn't work out between them. Moko seemed friendly with both of us, and Kana had a little twinkle in her eye as they talked. But at the very least, these two need to be alone for something special to take place. That was certainly my only reason for leaving. By the time I got done with my business, they were already midway through conversation. They sounded oddly serious. I had to wait and simply pressed my ear against the door. Does Girlie dreamt you into existence? Yeah, basically. She was going through a lot of horrible things. Her family said they loved her, but... Anyways, I was a monster in her closet, something to project all the fear and sadness onto. I had horrible red spots over me, disfigured legs, and empty eyes. To be honest, I was okay with that. That's just what a poltergeist was to me. But as time passed, she became less afraid of me. Went from imaginary monster to imaginary friends. Or maybe she was still afraid of me, just less so than the other things. Did you like her? Yes. She was like a mother to me. We had a lot of fun in those days, and I became more human-like in mind, body, and spirit. We played games, read together, and talked about our lives. And then she left. The mansion was totally empty for a while, until a new family moved in, and they got there. Just like my mother, they were terrified me, but I left before I could befriend them. Years later, a new family moved in. These ones were a little less scared of yokai. Put seals on my house to keep me from materializing. Went on like that until the princess and I met. I'm living at her place now, but she's the only one there that likes me. Everyone else is just like the other families. Makes sense, of course. I'm a poltergeist. I get you. Being unwanted sucks. When your own creator deems you a mistake, your very existence is a thing to hide away. You ain't giving you food or shelter. You're being starved of affection. By instinct, you look some way to get that nourishment, in any way. At first, you cry and beg. That doesn't work. So you try to earn it. That doesn't work. You start to believe you've done something wrong. Or, more like you are something wrong. Then either way, believing they're right, then you either wither away, believing they're right, or you do something stupid. Even if you leave in that place, bask in the sunlight, and eat the most delicious food in the world, those days stick with you. Is it possible to move on from something like this? Find a new family? Make peace with your old one? Just a second. Can you become truly happy despite it? Beats me. They both went silent. The wind laid heavily on my shoulders, its song only a hollow whisper. I couldn't stand hiding there for even another second. Hey, I'm back. Oh, hey. Hey. Hannah, let's go home. It's getting super early. You're right. The sun's going to come out soon, isn't it? Sorry for keeping you so long. Time really flies. It's fine. I had a good time talking. Same here. We bid farewell and promised to come back soon. We're at the Bamboo Ferris. We tried talking about Marco. It was fun, but neither of us had the same spark as before. Something about her demeanor had rubbed off on us. As we left the forest, Kana requested a detour to the misty lake. Since the sun was rising soon, we might as well watch it. When we got there, it was far too silent. There should have been birds singing and fairies playing, but only the flow of water welcomed us. I sat on the side of a rock, watching the sun appear. Normally I would be exhausted, but I'd slept through the whole afternoon that day, so watching the sunrise felt no different from seeing it set. We kept silent the whole time, but that was okay. You know, I think I'm ready to give up on our search. Really? We've only just started. Yeah, it's just maybe the whole dream girl thing isn't helping. What do you mean? It's too specific. Everything we've met has some things I like, some things I don't. Maybe I should get to know them more. All we've done is introductions. You're right. You alright? Yeah. Just, I don't... Thought about it on our way here. All the things we've done together. And it really means a lot to me, Thanks. We had a big deal about finding a girlfriend before, but I already know who I like most. Really? That's amazing. Who is it? Can you close your eyes? I need to get something. Okay. In that moment, I was racking my brain, trying to think of what she had. Had she brought a souvenir? Did she want to write a love letter for one of our friends? Or in that case, it was probably Raisin. That's the one she looked the most happy with. Then again, Kaguya and Mako had very strong points. Maybe Kana saw through Kaguya's princess-like attitude. Or did she secretly like it? Maybe she found Moko's angst attractive. Lone wolves are pretty cool, even to me. I closed my eyes and waited for Kana to say something. And waited. And waited. And then I felt it. A little peck on the lips, soft and light. By the time I even realized what it was gone. You're my dream girl. And I wouldn't have it any other way. So, will you be my girlfriend? sorry. Do you not like me? No, I do like you. Just as a friend. Not you, it's me. I'm just not a girlfriend-having kind of person. You don't swing that way? You don't swing in the first place. Oh, sorry. The sun is up now. Wanna go home? Yeah. The fairies came out and sang their songs, walked in silence, gazing at anything but each other. The wind sped at us, and beautiful water over the misty lake looked ice cold. When we got home, we were met with exactly what should have happened. My parents yelled at me for leaving so long, but I didn't mind much. Far more furious myself than they could ever be. The next couple days were silent too. We didn't do much together, and every time I looked into Kana's eyes, it seemed farther and farther away. Something had to be done about this. Hey, Kana? Yeah? What if you moved into the House of Eternity? Why? He likes playing games with Raisin. He likes Kaguya and Mako alright, and I think he'll take a fancy to Aaron. Any of them would be great to get to know. And it seems to me like you're already looking for a family. I can't give that to you on my own, but maybe Kaguya and her friends can. I want to be with you, though. I promise I'll visit as much as possible. And maybe it'll be easier this way. We're not living together. We can feel more like friends. You get to meet tons of new people who all welcome you. You get to learn tons of new things about our world, the moon, and yokai. And whenever you wish, you come over to my house, and we'll finally make those chocolate chip cookies together. Okay. At the time, I couldn't tell if Kana was totally happy with it. Even so, we visited the House of Eternity to work it out. Kaguya was on board with it, and so were Raisin and Aaron. Before he knew it, Kana had been magically transferred to the House of Eternity. Good afternoon, Miss Annabelle. What's with the formality? There's no reason to treat you like an outsider anymore. You're here to stay, aren't you? As long as I'm allowed to. I want to do about 5,000 menial tasks per day. Cooking, cleaning, directing the yokai, rabbits, laundry. Okay, that's what you need. I'm ready to take it on. All the chores you've got. Oh my gosh, you'll ask me to help me out? I was just joking. Of course, better to make myself useful to my new family. Oh, I can't wait. Come on, let's get you introduced to life here. Thank you so much for doing this. Oh, it's my pleasure. Even as a pure and noble Lunarian princess, I simply adore this ghost's company. Promise we'll take good care of her. I'm glad. Well, I must go now. It's not time to water the bonsai tree. Bonsai tree? It won't ever grow, will it? Due to your spell and all? Oh, it's just an old habit of mine. It gives me something to do every day. Even a task so small alleviates much of my boredom. I'll leave you to it then. One more thing. Just as I turned around to leave, Hana rushed back to something in her hand. Her little hat. There you go, take it. Really? Yeah, I don't want it anymore, so you can keep it. It might look nice on you. Thanks. Have fun over there, okay? I'll try. That's good enough for me. See you tomorrow. See ya. End of former part. Okay. Just gonna take a drink and then we can start the latter part. Time goes fast, doesn't it? At least for some of us. We may think we have all eternity ahead of us, but that conviction results in lethargy. By the time one realizes how much time they've wasted, it's too late. But if they can realize it early, their life becomes dominated by the fear of death. Is that really a way to live? This is a very biased view, of course. Only a regular human would think something like this. Anna Annabelle may die from an accident, a particularly nasty smell. She does not age. And the two immortals, Fujiwara no Moko and the Princess Kaguya, really do have an eternity ahead of them. To be honest, I can't tell if I envy or pity them. Before I knew it, years had passed. The House of Eternity's spell has been revoked, due to a series of encounters that convinced Kaguya to move forward. Its residents would leave the bamboo forest quite often, interacting with the humans and yokai on a regular basis. They even frequently carried out services for the residents of the human village. Kana adjusted well to her life there, to the point she rarely ever left. I visited them far more often, much to the behest of my parents. Though, one thing had mostly stayed the same. Kaguya! Come back here, you coward! A scream from above the trees rang in my ears. Two figures flew suspended, high in the air, exchanging verbal blows. Kaguya and Moko had been flinging their heaviest attacks at each other, but for some reason, Kaguya had flown far out of Moko's reach. It was almost surreal seeing the rain of fire and magic energy stop for even a few seconds. Kana, Reason, and I stood on the ground, watching the spectacle in the sky. Oh, Moko, I can't truly participate yet. Your actions weren't exciting enough. What the hell are you talking about? Did you help your... I kicked you so hard your whole body went flying through 3 dozen trees and thrown 72 fireballs at you. Oh yes, those have been very violent and painful, but I haven't been seeing the fun yet. You insufferable piece of... The fun is burning your smug little face off. And then skewering you with a broken bamboo tree and ripping your limbs off one by one. And then clawing out your esophagus and force-feeding it to you, chopping your skull clean in two, and rearranging your body till your teeth are in your hands and your brains in your lungs, or falling into a pit of lava on the blazing surface of Venus. That's more like it. I'm really feeling the fire now. Come to me, archenemy. Gladly. How does that make you feel? Splendid, thank you. I see that you favor more focused, high-power attacks over large blasts. It's an admirable effort, but you can't expect to hit me with... Stop talking and kill me already. Gladly. This is so fun. I wish I could see this more often. Hey Raisin, what are they gonna do next? My guess is that they'll start sighting close quarters and crash land into the ground somewhere. So let them just make sure we're out of their way when it happens. Where do you think they're gonna land? Oh, probably a couple meters to our left. Hey, you're getting better at this, the whole punching thing. You almost made me flinch. I'll take that as the highest possible compliment. Are you absolutely sure we should be here? No. I'm only risking my life here to make sure they don't do anything stupid. Like when they almost caused a forest fire? Worse. You absolutely smug little brutish, cowardly. I think we should go. Yeah, they won't get tired for a while. And we still have 56 boxes of medicine to deliver by sundown. And my rook takes your gold general. How the... Oh, I see. Wow, is she actually gonna beat you this time? He's absolutely not. Because I have both of her queens. How'd you like this? After all our work was done, 3 of us took turns playing chess shogi. It was great fun like always, But something laid on my mind heavily that night. I expected it for years now, but I saw that day pushed it to the forefront. Hey, why do Kaguya and Mako fight like that? Beats me. They've been doing it for 300 years, or so I heard. Mako's pissed at Kaguya for something back in the 9th century. It's not like those fights actually accomplish anything. I guess that immortality has turned them into masochists. I think they secretly like each other. I think they certainly do. Huh? What kind of nonsense is that? I'm serious, you two. There's just something with them. Something between them. I think your romance centers need some tuning. Please, just trust me on this one. Just set them up together with the right situation, and they just might become a couple. You are out of your mind. Just because it worked for Kana and I doesn't mean it will work for people who murder each other weekly. Sure, it'd be nice if they did something else for a change, but there's no way that could happen in any of our lifetime. Hey everyone, I'm home. Does he have to be so loud? Sorry, I must have ripped off on her. You don't look sorry. I don't. Welcome back, Princess. How was your afternoon stroll? To be frank, subpar. Mako and I threw practically the same insults and the same attacks as our last fight. I believe it would take at least 2 more millennia for a death battle to become boring, but it seems our spark has been fading in recent months. Just wish we did something else for a change. Huh? No matter. Dying hundreds of times have tired me greatly. I must snooze. See? You may have a point. Not with them liking each other, but the sooner they stop the obnoxious battles, the better. Yay. What should we do about it then? They likely wouldn't be on board with anything clearly friendly. You should set up something competitive. I have an idea. Only a fortnight ago, I had stumbled across a strange device in the mound of the Nameless. It didn't function, but I wished to discover its secrets. Galindo was no help, so I brought it to Aaron to figure out what it did. In only 20 minutes, she had just assembled the device, put it back together, and written a comprehensive manual on its use. It was called a PC-98. It had many stated purposes, but the one that stuck out of my mind was looking at massive honkers? Sorry. Playing games. Cut a long story short, I made it my conviction to use this to help Kaguya and Mako. That and my own curiosity. A little bit of help from Aaron, Kana and I learned as much of the systems we could. A strange task called programming. You know, with how unreliable some of these 30-year-old parts now, I sure hope that one of those that actually ended up forgotten long enough to end up in Gensokyo would still work properly. And if it didn't, they probably have pretty hard time coming up with parts. I mean, it's hard enough trying to get a SCSI hard drive these days. Can you imagine in Gensokyo? Oh, let's see. What about chain reactions? One enemy explodes close to another. They explode all one by one and kill each other. That's the coolest thing I've ever heard. Putting that in right now. The more chain reactions, the more meteorites fall. The more meteorites fall, the more bullets on the screen. So you're just reinventing Twinkle Star sprites in the Phantasmagoria games. Got it. That would be complete chaos. Let's do it. Hey, Kana, you ready for bed? Oh, sorry, I'm helping her out right now. With what? Making a game. It's one of the things these PCs can do. It's a lot of work, and I want to get it done by tomorrow so Kaguya and Mako can play it. Because someone invited Mako over tomorrow without having anything ready. Hey, it's alright. This way they can go kiss even sooner. Sounds terrifying. Can I help at all? Not really. It's a 2-person job. I read the manual out loud and give her idea, and she uses that clickety thing. Then I'll leave you to do it. Just make sure you don't super die from exhaustion. We won't, probably. Good night, love. Good night, sugar bunny. What about enemy attacks? What are those? Develop your gauge to throw a clone of yourself at the other player. And the clone does a bunch of attacks that are even harder to dodge than normal gauge attacks. I don't think I didn't notice how you spelled gauge there. But if there could be only one clone at a time, so if you're being attacked by a clone, you make a clone to go make the enemy's clone go away. You're a genius, Kana. Oh, don't flatter me like that. Just like old times, isn't it? What do you mean? We haven't been together like this in years. Just us two. Yeah, we haven't. Are you okay? Yeah. I've been thinking lately about how we got here. Ever since that morning we watched the sunrise. It's strange, you know, how much feelings like that can change. First, racing was second choice. Even after I confessed, our love felt lesser. And every time I looked into her eyes, that was all I could think about. I overcame it a while ago. We're happy together now, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But... sorry, we shouldn't be talking about this. It's in the past now. I'm the one who should be sorry. What I said back at the Mr. Lake. However I should have responded, that wasn't it. I just made you sad for no reason. Did you love me back then? Do you have any desire to be with me like that? No, but maybe I should have said yes. I just wanted to make you happy, you know? We were together, and even if I saw you as a friend, you'd have your dream girl. I wouldn't want you to lie for me. Not like you do with everyone else. You made me happy just by being you. And even if I was sad at first, it's okay. How things went back then. Like I said, I wouldn't have it any other way. Alright. Let's get the scheme done, okay? Let's. So what am I here for exactly? Buying games for the whole family. Alright. By the whole family, do you mean Kaguya and I? Yes. Okay, and what do I get by subjecting myself to this? I get to play the games themselves. Why would I care about some toy? Because this is our game. Amazing, isn't it? You just hacked Touhou 3 to put yourself as the only character in there. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, this is like that brick I have. Brick? Yeah, the brick. I got it from this kid off from out of my world. Found his way into the forest. Funny one he is. I could barely understand half his vocabulary. I threw him out and he gave me this little gray brick as flanks. He said, "This gizmo's got some giga epic retro games. It's totally fire, dude." I had this little screen with a bunch of characters on it, like a puppet show. The crazy thing was, I could control the characters. Then gave me tons of fun for the whole day afterward. Then out of nowhere, it stopped working. Characters wouldn't appear anymore. Now I just use it as a paperweight. Wow, that's amazing. Sounds like the batteries ran out. Batteries are a rarity over here, but we could just use a couple spells to keep it running forever. Really? Yeah, tomorrow we'll get you one, alright? Only if you do your best in this challenge. Deal. Hours of work and setup later, we had finally arrived at the event's time. Kaguya showed up very late, so she wasn't kept waiting for even a second. Kana and Racing were off doing errands, so it was just me and the contestants. Quickly explained throughout the game to Kaguya and Mako for the sake of expedience. Ladies and bunnies, welcome to the very first ever Flash of the Moon and Sun, an event where you make your undying wishes come true. We have gathered the two fine contestants today for our greatest competition in the whole House of Eternity. The Princess Kaguya and Fujiwara no Moko. These two lovely ladies will be competing in a brand new sport called Potting. What is that? Potting is a newfangled electronic sport. Put it simply, you must press buttons to control a character. For what you do, just approach it like Danmaku. Sounds so very intriguing. Let's do it. Good, here's your arena. Your type of interface known as the video game. Each of you must compete to see who can survive the longest in a simulated Danmaku battle. Also, due to completely unavoidable hardware limitations, the two of you must share the same keyboard to play. Well, the PC-98 sometimes had controller ports. It wasn't standard though, and I don't think Touhou supported it, but certainly some other games did. Those would often be found at sound cards, or if they actually had the integrated sound hardware on there, and then It would usually be the MSX style port, so at least controllers were easy enough to come by there. If you don't mind that. Whatever works. That's quite quaint, questionable even. Quirkily quizzical, and perhaps even queer, somewhat queer. What a strange device, and seating is awfully cramped. Yeah, it is. You okay, Miko? You're looking pale. No, I'm totally fine. We've been positioned like this a million times. You're correct, but this time we're not killing each other. It's been a while since we sat close together, hasn't it? At least 200 years. Yes. Oh my, you're going awfully quiet. This is just like one of those times you saw me naked. What? That has never happened. Really? It happened just last month. I was trying to kill you. I just happened to burn off all your clothes by accident. It didn't make your cheeks any less red. I was on fire too. Are you ready? Absolutely. Ready as I'll ever be. Round 1, start. Ah, this truly is like our fights. Is it? Yes, we charge up our attacks and send bullets at each other. Guess so. Well then, how about this? What is that, a boss attack? What is this girl doing here? Oh, I've been hit. For another attack, and another. Ah, I can dodge this in real life, not with those silly buttons. Good. Spinning again. Moving so excellently. Skill. See that, but you haven't played this game before today. True, but while you were taking your 7-hour nap, I got in a smidgen of practice. Pardon? Yeah, Ko was playing non-stop for hours. Surprised me with her willingness to play. First she was awful, but with each match, she showed rapid improvement. At this point, she's better than me. You cheating little... Hey, I was just punctual. Oh crap, I wasn't looking. That's to be expected of a foolish earthling. Hey, don't act like you were on top the whole time. Would have won if you didn't distract me. Round 2, start! I can't believe it. I can. That's it, there's no way I'll lose this round. Final round, start! What the? I can't move. Silly little Mako. Said I wouldn't lose, didn't I? Really the eternity of your buttons, and now you can no longer move your character. What in the hell are you talking about? I'm gonna lose here. I'm going to win. Silly cheating. It looks like the Princess Kaguya wins this game. The Mako's effort valiant. It cannot stand up to the special skills of the princess herself. Are you kidding me? You're gonna allow that? It wasn't disallowed in the rules, so yes. Don't be so sad, Mako. I'll help you get that brick working. Whatever. I hate to admit it, but gigging Kaguya's butt was really fun. Yes, I enjoyed our time together as well. These video games are intriguing, to say the least. So, will you two be coming to the next competition? Of course! Fine. The two exchanged short goodbyes, and Mako departed. Despite how quick the game went, I was happy with the effort. Even if my impeccable romance detectors were wrong, you know that's something else for a change. But I was nothing enough confident in my assumption. Kaguya denied any feelings for Mako, but the same face she had when dismissing the impure earthlings. Translucent mask. Mako was a little tricky to dodge, but her bouts of anger toward Kaguya seemed more like a shield than a sword. I only pushed him a little more. The truth would reveal itself. Little rabbit, where are you going? Mako's house. I'm telling her to prepare for round 2. I'm gonna do a race this time. Ah, how splendid. I might accompany you, huh? Come now, it's not that confusing. I simply wish to take in a stroll with you. Once it's time to talk to Mako, I shall hide my presence. We'll be killing 2 fairies with 1 spell card, the way I see it. I see. Something funny? Nope. Let's go then. The outside air was even more refreshing than usual. Maybe it was the presence of Kaguya, or the destination we had in mind. I could feel nothing but calm as we walked through the trees. For Kaguya, it seemed like a different story. There was tension in her movements, and she always seemed to be looking up. So, have you found anything cool recently? Ah, several things. The red-white shrine maiden allowed me to ride her turtle. Genji, his name was? As for possessions, that young vampire over the lake gave me a bottle of vintage wine last week. It's roughly 500 years old. Wow. Beautiful, isn't it? I would like to keep it as collectible, but the thought of drinking it is just too enticing. Why not save it for a special occasion? Like what? Like a 2000th birthday or marriage. the end of the Clash of the Moon and the Sun. Little rabbit, that just may work. Mako may not appreciate the value of such a celebration. I think she will. Kaguya's silence rang through the bamboo forest for far too long. As we approached Mako's home, even I started getting anxious. Got there, I always picked up something unexpected. Mako was talking to someone. She sounded excited, almost stumbling over her words. The other person spoke occasionally, and recognized her voice immediately. Kane Kamishisawa, a teacher in the human village and a friend of Mako's. I had come across there, several times during my trip there, but never seen her in the bamboo forest. Came across was very nice when we met, and once she was even walking alongside Mako. We waited outside the house. It's not eavesdropping if you're still deciding whether to enter, right? I've been finding so much cool stuff recently, like, oh my gosh, Kane, look at this thing. Oh, what's that? It's the brick. It's a little thing with a screen like a puppet show, but you control the hero. Really? That's incredible. May I see it? Be my guest. Before I get too caught up in that, I made you lunch. Kane, you really don't have to. I do, in fact. You don't properly feed yourself. Fine, I could just burn myself alive if I'm hungry. Just resurrect and I'll have a full stomach again. Don't gotta worry yourself so much. Sorry, that's kinda morbid. Oh, please just eat. Thank you. It means a lot to me. I stopped talking for a bit. All I could hear was some faint music and Mako eating. That's it, Kaguya. You go hide. Alright. Hey, Mako. Oh hey, nice to see you, princess. Kane sat inside our house, brick one by one. He waved at me and I waved, brick in one hand. She waved at me and I waved back. Don't mind me, I'm only here to deliver a message. Oh, round 2 of the contest is tomorrow noon. Throwing it at me once again, aren't you? But this time it's cooking! Each contestant will cook only one item. You'll be deciding each just for yourself, so make sure you have a plan and the necessary ingredients. Oh, and no magic allowed. Sounds horrible. I'm in. Yay! Anything else you have to say? Only a question. Is Kane your girlfriend? That's none of your business. You say so. Well, I'm off now. Ta-ta! See you later. Billy walked away. I could hear a little bit of talking coming from Mako's house. Oh, you never told me about this. That's so interesting. Nothing special. Just game with a friend. Okay, should give you some much-needed training. And I can cook such fine. Just fine is enough competition. We'll be facing the best of the best. Somehow, I doubt it. Hey, Kaguya. Hello. Sorry I changed my mind on what we were due. No issue at all. I'm an excellent cook, you'll see. If you say so. Huh, little rabbit. What's with Mako today? Your voice was so happy and relaxed. You seem like a different person. You really like that when Kane's around? He's like that most of the time. I see. Walk to the House of Eternity was slow. Too slow. This time, Kaguya was almost always looking down. Hey Kaguya, what's in the sky right now? Sun, clouds, fairies. What else? The moon. Yes. It was in the sky today, like almost every other day. Each day is the time of the sun, and the night when the moon comes out. That's only because it's easier to see the moon at night. In reality, they aren't separate at all. You can see them together all the time. Little rabbit, I already know that. Do you? Ladies and bunnies, welcome to the second ever Clash of the Moon and the Sun, an event where we make your undying wishes come true. We've gathered 2 fine contestants here today for the second greatest competition in the whole House of Eternity, Princess Kaguya and Fujiwara no Mako. Our judges today we have Ana Anabero and Reisen Udangen Inaba. You see, our competition today is not simply a matter of sport, but one of creation. Residents will be making a dish of their choice, made in this kitchen. They will be judged by Connor, Racing, and I on a 10-point scale. Whoever has the most points wins. So, what will you 2 be making today? Yakitori? Grilled chicken on a stick? Moko, how unambitious. Oh yeah, then what's your item? Chocolate chip cookies! Wow. What to look for, they are high-class delicacy overseas. Oh, and by the way, you each have 10 minutes. 10? 10. Also, the timer started about a minute ago. Get to it. Will do. I swear. Okay, we have the thighs and vegetables right here. Now first the flour, then the sugar, then a carton, packed apart, and all the princesses and all the bunnies, they'd humpty up with an overjoyed grin. Didn't even rhyme. Experimental poetry, you wouldn't understand. Hey, look at Kaguya, she's mixing those ingredients like a champ. Oh no, the batter's gotten into my hair. Get off this instant. Well, whatever gives me more time. Oh, did you see those knife skills from Moko? Putting the chicken so quickly. And she lost a finger. Should we? Nah, it's fine. A little blood would just add to the flavor. Alright, now for the sauce. First up is the sake, then the soy sauce, and there we go. I'm all clean now. Oh, where were we? Frying the chicken, Your Majesty. Yes, I can see that. Moko, your finger. Oh, this? Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna let any blood on the floor. Doesn't hurt, of course, but one TV second. There we go. Oh, make it heal instantly. All better now? Yeah. Aww. So, Judge Kana, how are you looking forward to eating these last delicious food? I'm scared for my life, honestly. A very understandable reaction. How about you, Judge Raisin? Who even cares about how good it is? I'm so hungry, I could eat anything, even Kana's cooking. Hey, take that back. I'm a great cook. Oh no, you're a wonderful, amazing, beautiful person who cooks. 1 minute left. Oh, you are so screwed. Is the oven here and done? What the? We're only in there for a second. I simply manipulated the oven's eternity. Inside that oven, 10 minutes just passed. What about the no magic rule? That was a rule? Oh, sorry, I didn't even mention that, did I? In that case, let's just throw that rule out the window, okay? Wait, that's totally wrong. Rules shouldn't be broken just because you're screwed up. You're okay with your finger being healed. That was... And time's up. Essence, bring your dishes to the table. First up is Fujiwara no Moko's yakitori. Moko, how's your experience making this fine dish? Amazing, except for the fact that I 0 times to actually cook it. Good to know. Just Raisin, what do you think of the meat? Vinegar cooked it. Hold on. As expected. I see. Judge Kana, what do you think of the meat? I like the sauce, it's very tasty. Judge Kana, what do you think of the meat? Veggies were cut really well, and they felt really good to chew. Judge Kana, what do you think of the meat? Not dry. Amazing input, Judge Kana. Let's try scores in 3, 2, 1. That's a 3, 7, and a 6. We got a total of 16 points. Bit generous, honestly. Next is Princess Kaguya's chocolate chip cookies. Pray tell, all these go for you. Clearly swimmingly. Oh. Judge Kana, what do you think of these? These cookies are perfect! They have such a nice gooiness to them on the inside that really elevates them for me. Must be because of the chocolate chips. Those create the most immaculate palette of flavors ever. Oh my, what high praise. Judge Raisin. What's your opinion? It's good. Splendiferous feedback, Judge Raisin. Now for our final scoring. Say goodbye to your dignity, Fujiwara no Moko. You kidding me? I did the moment I agreed to this competition. 3, 2, 1. And Kaguya has 15 points. Sorry, but it seems you invested in this round. What do you mean? You did them so well, the cookies were perfect. Don't you know? I hate cookies. You... Wow. How does it feel to get screwed over by arbitrary bullcrap? Horrible, thank you very much. Not that your food was any good. It would have been better if I had much time as you. Hey, why are you giving them so much trouble? Ain't trouble, Con. It's all part of my master plan to get them closer together. They're not just going to get angry at you? Not at all. Putting my life at risk for this. Well, the two immortals argued. Judges started cleaning everything up. Kana and Raisin had to leave immediately, but I stuck around to see Moko off. I was not about to say goodbye. Hey, Princess? Yeah? Do you mind if I stay here a little longer? For what? There's a small bit of dough still left, so I decided to make a few more cookies. Together. Go for it. Thanks, we'll be done in a jiffy, I promise. By the way, don't get the wrong idea. I'm only doing this to get Kaguya's skills for our next battle. Sure you are. Alright, so you'll use some balls, and I'll take these ones. Splendid. You're really good at this. Don't flatter me, Moko. Your ball rolling skills are simply flawed. I did more from you, to be quite honest. Come on, give me a break. I haven't done this in 457 years. Isn't that the same as creating fireballs? Not at all. Fire is more malleable than this. For these, you need a different amount of pressure. Oh my, Mako, the one you made. A little like a heart, doesn't it? Say so. I'll go fix it now. No, keep it that way. Adds a little spice. Yeah, you're right. In the oven and done. Damn, you're really making these... getting jealous of these powers. What the heck did you do to earn them? You're a Lunarian, princess. Every one of us is born with some unique power. Beautiful little snowflake, aren't you? Just to be expected from a lunatic like you. Where to, Mako? Beautiful snowflake. Let's eat these cookies before they get cold and hard. Ooh, they look great. Can I have some? Don't you hate cookies? Yes. I love them. It's like that scene from the Star Trek The Next Generation when like Data gets that one emotion thing and it's like, oh yeah, I think it was like trying some of the alcohol or something. It's like, how do you like that? It's like, it's absolutely terrible. I hate that with a big smile. You get a 10 out of 10. Really? How? Don't you know? It tastes sweeter when it's made with love. Getting late, so both Mako and I had to leave. Walked out. The two seemed to act strange. Couldn't put my finger on it for the longest time, but just like how Kana acted way back when. See you two later. Thank you for coming to this. It was very fun. It was. I like spending time with. I like spending time fighting you. I'm off. Good night, Mako. Agio, what do you wish for, Miss Mako? What do you want? I want to see Mako happy, like she is with Kane. No, more than that. I want to be the one that makes her happy. I want to be with her, happy together, forever. So, you love her. Love is a rather intense word. You murder and chinch each other regularly. I don't think intensity is that taboo for you. Different here. Sure about that? I gotta go now. My parents are gonna be real mad at me. I see. Pleasant snooze, little rabbit. You too. That night, I thought of what to do. Something was coming up either way. All I could do was speed it up. Next few days went smoothly. Most of it consisted of helping out those at the House of Eternity. I heard that Kaguya and Mako were going to fight soon. With that knowledge, I decided to go see Mako. I asked Kana to come with me, like old times. I don't understand those two at all. Do they like each other or not? Hey. Not that simple, is it? Maybe. She's not home? Hey, over here. My bad, I didn't think anyone would come over. Oh, what are you doing? Making real yakitori. Want some? Sure. You here to deliver a message? Nope. Sorry, I hit the wrong key by accident. Really? You just wanted to see me? Yep. Okay. It's been a hot minute since I talked to you, Kana. Yeah, it has. You like it over there in the House of Eternity? You like it over there in the House of Eternity? Absolutely. Living with Race is enough to make me happy. Dougie and Aaron and the rabbits are really nice too. So many interesting to do there. Even with all the chores, I never get bored. It's so good to hear. Oh my gosh, these are so much better than the last. Oh my gosh, these are so much better than the last ones. Thanks. Well, it's not a very high bar to clear. You did a great job in the competition too. Really now? Yeah, I won't even have any food in the oven in time. An oven for yakitori. Oh, speaking of princess, you remind me of Kaguya with your dumb tricks. Lucky nothing important was on the line there. At least 17 of your bones would be broken right now. Yeah, I'm just jossing you. It leads to a win to me, so who am I to complain? Yeah, he looks happy. I was. You like Kaguya? Hey, don't get it twisted. Just because I have fun with her sometimes doesn't mean I like her. She's not my enemy. That's not going to change. Why? She's the reason I'm like this, stuck in this immortal body. Really? What did she do? A nosy one, aren't you? Wasn't anything she did, just what she had. Back when Kaguya first came to Earth, everyone saw her as this unattainable maiden. High-ranking men came throughout the land to court her, but she rejected them all. Disappeared. She left behind her elixir of immortality as a gift for the Emperor at the time. It's hard to believe that she could see eternal life as a gift, but that's that lunatic princess for you. Long story short, I ended up in the wrong place at the wrong time. and with the elixir within my reach. And as a dumb kid, I wanted to live forever. Time I drank the elixir, Kaguya was already cooped up in that shack of eternity, cut out from the rest of the world. No existed until a couple centuries ago. Since this eternal cage of mine is a product of neglect and my innocent greed. Ah, sorry. Didn't want to hear all that stuff, did you? I'm fine, McCall. But you don't have to tell us if it makes you sad. Don't worry, it's in the past now. Besides, Kaguya certainly told you all this already. He hasn't. In the past, like you say, why are you still enemies? Perfectly honest, she's something to hate. I have nothing else. Hatred is what keeps me alive all these centuries. I'm 300 years hating myself. I wanted to die, but that was impossible. Next thing was to keep myself hidden away, as a living mistake. 300 years I hated the world, and took it out on anyone came across. When I stopped hating, I stopped caring. I existed without living. Now the one I hate is more like me. Someone will always be there to keep me company. What's more, she helped cause this in the first place. Whether or not this curse is in the fault alone. I hate her. I have to. And sure, maybe that hatred will turn into love someday. Maybe once Kane will passes away, Kaguya will find me crying alone. Just like one night, I'll forget who we are and say stupid words and lose myself in her arm. It'll be over before you know it. The morning happen will separate. And I'll live through hatred once again. It sounds like very sad love. It does. Does it have to be that way? Beats me. Next day, it rained like there was no tomorrow. Each hour, I looked at the window, searching for something I didn't know existed. And yet, nothing happened that night. Full moon rose and fell without a single sound. I have a full moon and a night of rain. The moon shone through the clouds with a strange glow. The glow felt nostalgic, like something I had not felt in centuries. Not the feeling I had when the moon's emissaries came to my back. This was more akin to when I had first gone to Earth. Normally this would generate excitement from Raisin and Aaron, but this seemed to sound to cast a spell asleep. Sound seemed to cast a spell asleep on them. The little rabbit woman here, I wondered? She lived a time just after it rains. I doubted it. From the way she described them, parents are tired of little adventures. Been in line for a long time, and should not sneak out every day. Besides, would likely not have time to lounge. Something strange was occurring. The house of eternity seemed emptier tonight, though its soul had been plucked out and dropped somewhere. Each hall was total darkness, each step silent. I couldn't stand it. Hey, Kaguya! Good night. I'm bored. Want to play Chishogi? Fast tonight. It's about time to leave. Someone is waiting for me. I see. Good luck. Without a second, I left the House of Eternity. I flew through the countless trees, letting the moon guide me. At some point during my search, the rain stopped. Only after that, I found her. The one who wished to see me. Hello there, Muko. Hey, you ready? You mean to fight? Yes, I believe so. What's gotten you so down? The rain ruined your precious hair? I'm not here to fight. I just need to tell you something. Muko, save your jokes for afterwards. Or even better, don't make them at all. It's not... I'm not in the mood for it, Kaguya. I see. Then I shall fight you to the best of my abilities. Oh, wait. Hold on. I didn't realize that I'm actually in control for this one section. Of course, it doesn't matter since we are immortal, then. None of the other buttons seem to be doing anything. What's wrong with you tonight? You're barely attacking me at all. One thing first. I think you're smoking hot. Wow, never heard that one before. Did the princess tell you that one? Yes, actually. Thought so. Don't you dare say it again. I could handle that from anyone but you. Yeah, there isn't even a focus button, much less a bomb. Your attacks aren't doing anything. Why don't we try something else? We have a Scarlet Double throwing a party soon. Why not attend it together? It just sounds like a date. It does. I'll pass, thanks. Oh, nothing is going to change if we keep doing this. Have our fights gotten boring to you? Not quite yet, but I want something more. And I presume these are spell cards from the extra stage of Touhou 8 because I haven't managed to reach that yet. For a while, I've wished to get to know you, Mako. We've only interacted in these battles, but you have so many sides to you. I want to see you and understand you as a person. Stop lying. It's not like you see us much equals. You call me foolish earthling every other blow. How could you possibly understand me if that's what I am to you? Oh, the moon has been away from me far too long. I want to live among these earthlings. Between you and I was arbitrary from the start. I had the pretense up for the sake of tradition, but I'm a human, just like you. I see. I spent all these centuries inside a cage of my own making. But I finally got out into this impure earth, better than I could have imagined. You're the most beautiful part of it. Please, Kaguya, I can't. Do you know how much time I spent in isolation, being chased in painful battles? Too much, far too much. The cycle of death and rebirth will never stop, no matter how much I want to. Well, because of you. I know, and I'm sorry. Sorry for acting so carelessly with the elixir of immortality. Sorry for hiding myself away from the consequences. Sorry for leaving you all alone. Is there anything that still be done to mend your wounds, make you even slightly happier? Wish for nothing more than to make it a reality. Yeah, I can't even shoot now. This is just a survival. Also, there was kind of a subtle switch to Kaguya's perspective overall. Like, I didn't even realize it until like we jumped back to the House of Eternity there. Because the earlier part of this chapter did still start with Kotohime's thing, so... Yeah, I still can't shoot anything for some reason. If I didn't break something... Here. Something's supposed to be happening here. I don't want to lose all my progress. That would be really annoying for this. Especially after we're this far. Wait, let me just... Yeah, I might just restart then. I'll see if I can... Okay, yeah, I'm gonna restart. Give me 1 second. Okay, good. Okay, so we don't have as much to... Wait, hold on. Okay, almost here now. Okay, so that seems to, like, throw some kind of bomb thing, pressing space like that, so... Okay, now I'm actually... yeah. I think I must have broke something last time. Yeah, there we go. Now I can actually shoot and move. Okay. Uh-oh. I got a script error. Ah. Wait. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so it seems you can't actually fast forward through that. I'm not gonna bomb and... okay. I'm not gonna bomb unless I absolutely feel like I need to. Okay, I think this was, yeah, about the place where he did so on the survival card, so... Hi, Hex! Yeah, I wasn't sure how long this game was actually gonna be. I didn't really plan to do anything else. Unfortunately, we've encountered some technical difficulties, but hopefully we shouldn't get a scripting error this time. It's particularly during these Danmaku segments. So yeah, just not gonna press space at all. That apparently breaks things. Yeah, because now it's actually still counting down. I think it interrupted early before. Kaguya. Oh, I know. I know you started off on a terrible foot, and you have every reason to despise me. I know you've gone through centuries of living with all the memories and experience that comes with them. I know that I spent far too long in one place, too afraid to leave. But at the end of the day, we're both children. We can still grow, we can still change. The whole world ahead of us, just waiting to be seen. We can start to truly live. And more than anything, I want to live with you. I love you, Mako. In a flash, the fire stopped. Mako stayed in place, looking down, and then she sighed. Kaguya, I had no idea you could be so amazing. You're right. It's time for a change. In 1300 years, I've lived countless lives. Most of them were bitter, lonely, came and went, and I wanted nothing more than to end them all. But now, I don't feel that way. If only for a little longer, I want to cherish this life. The life we're starting together. Oh. Can I kiss you? How about I kiss you first? Aww. Not giving myself time, I closed my eyes and leaned forward. And then we were together. Despite all the insults and screams that were coming from Mako's lips, they were so soft. First time ever, I could truly hear her heartbeat. Felt so tired. And for Mako's body, one that had not changed in over 1,000 years, was now unrecognizably tender. Mako seemed stiff at first, as if she didn't know how to properly move. Say I knew what I was doing either. I let my hand search for a proper stay before I settled on wrapping her arms around her waist. I laid one hand on my chest, another on my shoulder. I simply let my fingers run through her silky hair. We settled and stayed there, leaning into each other more and more. How long was a kiss supposed to last? I did not know, but ours was certainly rather long. It ended all too soon, and we opened our eyes once more. Those eyes were so content, like flawed rubies that still shined with perfection. How could she smile so beautifully throughout these centuries of tears? And as I thought that, I was stiffened up and moved back a little. Once again, we were separate. But I kept hold of Mako's hand, soft yet callous from millions of invisible wounds. I'm scared, honestly. Can't tell if this is really love, you know. Feels like it, but what if it's just desperation? What if we're just clinging onto each other because we don't want to be lonely forever? Maybe so. Wherever or not that's where it started, I believe we can learn to truly love. In a way, we're lucky. We have all of eternity to figure it out. Guess so. Even then, are you sure our true love will last forever? Sooner or later we'll be changed, become strangers, and drift apart. We'll get back together and back at each other's throats within a few hundred years. Friends will come and go. We'll have no choice but to move on. Eventually see the world fall apart before our eyes. It's all over. It'll only be us, floating endlessly and losing our mind. We'll have nothing. No, Mako. We'll have each other. No change then. She was deathly still, and her eyes seemed to lose mine. Though only an arm's length away from me, she felt a million years away. Then Mako looked in my eyes and she began to quiver. Despite her best efforts, tears streaked down her face. Without thinking, I brought a hand to her cheek, for even a light caress that I couldn't imagine even doing yesterday. Before it reached, I was in her arms. Shoulders heaved with each sob that resounded to the sky. Afraid I would crumble to dust, she held on tight as she could. Stunned by the sudden embrace, I simply froze. The words I wanted to say were stuck in my throat. Back in my mind, I knew no words would be enough. All I could do was return the favor. So I hugged Mako as tight as I could, and cried with all my heart. I don't know how long we stayed there, maybe minutes, maybe hours, but it did not matter. However long this moment may have lasted, it was forever. Okay, and then I guess we have an epilogue. Life went on in the House of Eternity. Ever since that rainy night, Kage and Mako seemed closer. When I had them mentioned in front of me, it was clear that my plan was a success. So yeah, we are back to Kotohime's perspective. With that success came growth. Mako came over a lot more, playing games, chatting, helping out. Kana and Raisin had a bit more time to spend together. They always looked happy. We're all happy, yet something was missing. Come on, you can do it, Raisin. I believe in you. Sure about that, I still have all my health. Not particularly, it's simply fun to say. Real motivating. I believe in you, Raisin. Thanks, and I win once again. Bravo, you two. A really beautiful show of gaming skill. Sorry, Raisin. Whatever, she made this whole game. Of course she's really good at it. Little Rabbit, where are you going? Back home. My parents are going to be really mad if I stay much longer. Sure, it's barely evening. Yeah, but they're getting stricter by the day. I'd rather not take chances. Oh, come on. I haven't been able to beat you even once tonight. Sorry. I guess I'm just too good. Next time I'm gonna beat you for real, okay? No. See you later. Till next we meet, little rabbit. Bye. Wait up. Hey, why not just stay a little longer? I can't. Yes, you can. Please, Kana. Fine. Good night. Good night. Bamboo Forest was so quiet tonight. Seemed as if the fairies had stopped coming, or maybe I just wasn't noticing them. Hey, princess. Oh, hey, what are you doing here? Just coming over to visit, are you? Leaving. Been leaving earlier and earlier lately. Are you okay? Not at all. Thought so. Can I help in any way? No. I was a problem myself. Someone else fixing it for me wouldn't be fair. Well, if you need anything, I'll be here. Without another word, I turned away and headed for home. Strange feeling I had them. Should have been fine, but it wasn't a long walk to my home. The place lay just outside the bamboo forest in a clearing. The rainy door didn't open easily, so I went through the back. The place led to the kitchen at first. I was glad to have eaten at the House of Eternity early. Preparing a meal was out of the question. I only had one place to be. Brushed past several cobwebs in my way. Each strand struck my hand. Whispered in my ear, asked me to join them. It took a lot of my effort to reject them. Soon I had arrived at the collection room. Dozens of items, the mound of the nameless, littered the floor. Dolls with missing limbs, books with half the pages falling out, toys with the paint fallen, a big file, a little box of matchsticks. I grabbed it, trying to keep my eyes off the other item. That sat in the corner. Part of the ceiling had collapsed in a while ago. I haven't slept in that thing in years. I never bothered to clean it up. Real destination through a door right next to the bed. Wrecked the door and entered the fire room. A tiny area, barely bigger than an average closet. Nothing occupied this space except a dresser, hearth, and a futon. Pulling muscle memory to guide me, I took 2 pieces of wood out of the dresser and dropped them near the hearth. Then something on the top of my dresser caught the eye. An old sun hat sitting clear as day. Every time I come here, my eyes glossed over it, but this time practically glowed. She said it would look good on me, didn't she? But I never put it on. It just became another item in my collection. For some reason, that thought hurt. But I couldn't wear it. That was Kata's hat. Not mine, and unlike the other objects here, it may have not been forgotten. With that thought, I laid it back down in the dresser. Now it was time to start the fire. Going from the fireplace, I struck a match, and another. As the first spark shone, felt I felt my whole body like it was being pricked. Finally noticed the cold. Even in autumn, the coming night was cool enough to kill. A few more tries. Finally, warmth. Lay into the futon and closed my eyes. The floor wasn't too comfortable, but I gotten used to it. Turning off the fire was comforting at least. All I had in the moment. All my collectibles laid in another room far from the fire. Bring something from over there, of course, but I was too exhausted. Oh, sorry, did I scare you? No. Come on, I know a liar when I see you. Isn't it pretty? Yeah, though this place is still chilly even with it. You want it bigger? Do that for me? I can't believe it. Just looking out for you. I don't want it changed. It's cold is alright for me. You like it, or are you just used to it? Nostalgic. How did your little gaming session go? I kicked Racen's butt. Tell me something I don't know. Oh, yesterday Kana defeated Kaguya at a Maku fight. In real life. Wait, what? Yep, a victory 7 years in the making. I don't know if Kaguya went easy on her. She was just super smart about it. Well, like all her determination and training paid off. Damn, that girl's going places. She is. How about you? Did you go to that festival in the Human Village? Oh yeah, it actually helped out a little. Kane wanted to put on a show for students. It got me to make some fireworks. Supposed to be just for the kids, but soon the whole village was cheering for us, though. We looked kind of bad for stealing the spotlight from everyone else. That sounds really fun. It was. You should come next time. Nah, I don't think I'd fit in. Say so. Oh, Rabbit. I don't think this is good for you. Coming back here every night, all alone. Why don't you find someplace else to meet? Move in with the House of Eternity if you gotta. Sure, we have to do those steps, but I looked into it and those seem pretty quick. Steps? You know, spells to bind you from the House of Eternity. That's what your kind has to do when they lose their old home, right? Mako, what are you talking about? I'm a human just like you. Ah, either way, this is my home. It's where I lived and where I'll always live. No matter what, every road I take just brings you back here. I don't think you've taken too many roads, little rabbit. Are you going to sleep at the House of Eternity? Yeah. Why are you here? Because you're here, so? Come on, do I really need another reason? I think so. Just a mayfly in the winter, clinging on to some dying cherry tree. Being with me instead of your loved ones, and not wasting your time? Little rabbit, you're the one who's wasting your time here. I think my reasons for caring about you are pretty darn obvious. If you understand, then at least don't totally dismiss it. Just telling you to get better won't help much, will it? Tired, can we just... Oh yeah, sorry to keep you up so late. See you around. Yeah. Little rabbit, life is short, so please, take what you can get and treasure it, okay? I'll try. That's good enough for me. My body could barely function at this point. I doubt sleep would help, but I physically couldn't do anything else. But while struggling to keep my eyes open, I made a decision. Tomorrow, I would leave. Tomorrow, I would go to the House of Eternity and ask to live there. Tomorrow, I would promise to help Kana and Racen out every day. Then, just maybe, I could become an irreplaceable part of their lives. It might not be easy, but neither was this. That thought, I let my eyes close. Smoke cloud obscured the faint moons. Ember rose from the blazing building as if it was trying to escape the destruction. Wooden walls collapsed on each other, their weight proving too much. Still in front of the burning remains for far too long. Only minutes, everything had disappeared. Everything that I had here, all that I loved and hated. I had been happy. My cage had burst open, now I was free. So, why couldn't I stop crying? You think she's okay? Of course! She's come over to our place so many times, we're just returning the favor. Those parents of her are gonna welcome us? Oh, they won't be a problem. Wait a second, none of you have been to her place, have you? Nope. Not even once. I wish to, but she always went home by herself. This is the first time you'll be seeing it. Oh, are you alright? Ah, of course. You seem to have a lot on your mind. Just a little nervous, that's all, but visiting your place for the first time somehow puts me on edge. Manic as always, Mako. Here we are. Looks like it's in total shambles. This place is Little Rabbit's home? What the heck happened here? Nothing to my knowledge, just like I remember it. Isn't Little Rabbit a princess? Who lives in an extravagant home? Sorry. I'm gonna keep it a secret, but what of her parents? Her parents? I never saw them once, but how? Do they simply not exist? No, they exist. I think so, at least. Just in the same way I used to exist. Has a monster in her closet. Nothing in here. She must be asleep. Why does she live here? This place looks like it's been abandoned for decades. Her home. This place. Can we just find her and get out? Yeah, she's probably close by. So much stuff here. Yeah, this place where she keeps all her collectibles. A lot was taken from the Mound of the Nameless or dropped by wandering yokai. A bunch of forgotten objects. Fire room. Where I stayed all this years ago. We go outside in the day, spend the evening playing with all the trinkets litter around, and sleep together in this closet. Hey look, it's my hat. I haven't seen this in so long. Honestly, I missed it. There we go. Looks great on you. Thanks. So she's not here? Doesn't look like it. She must be taking a stroll right now. Oh, we try again tonight. Alright. So that's Little Rabbit's home. Guess so. I feel bad for her living a place like that. I hope we could see her soon. When we next meet, I'm convincing her to move in with us. No question. What the? Oh, there's something in my pocket. You don't know it. Really? What is it? Oh no. Say. People of the House of Eternity. By the time you read this, I will no longer be in the land of fantasy. Maybe this shocked you, but I've been tied down for most of my existence. You have to, each and every one of you. By now, you've broken all your chains. Now I must do the same. Leave my cage, find happiness in new laces, and relentless wonders of the impure earth. Know my heart that I can't find happiness here, not who I am now. Please, don't try to find me. There's something I must do alone. Come back. Might be a year from now, or 10 years, or 1,000. If I don't, then please remember, this isn't your fault. Thank you all for everything. Love, Little Rabbit Princess. Hey, this is Liu, the writer of Little Rabbit Princess and House of Eternity. First off, thank you so much for reading this game. It means a lot to me. Aw, thank you so much for making. This is really good. A lot of firsts to me. The first time participating in Game Jam, the first time participating in Team, writing a touhou fanwork, the first time using Game Maker, the first time writing a visual novel, the first time finishing longer or something longer than 15 minutes, the first time writing something with any focus on romance, the first time something learning on the internet, a lot. I've been writing in the dark without too much idea what works and it doesn't, so comments, reviews, criticisms, etc. would be greatly appreciated. I think of lots of possible flaws in the writing, but helping make this with more fun. I'm looking forward to doing more things like it. I've been able to tell, the production was far from perfect. One of the artists in our team dropped out before they could make much, but they had a lot of other things on their plate. Most of the writing was done in 2 weeks. Oh wow, really? Half of the month was spent reading official print works for research, and a big section got thrown out because we didn't have time to make art for it. So all the gameplay segments late in the last 2 days featured me to start compound Aeon-side markets that I virtually known knowledge of programming. Overall, I'm happy with this, and really, I can't thank the other team members enough for their contributions. It's honestly been a little intimidating to see such amazing orchestration with my writing. All these elements have come together in 2 entertaining packages. Oh yeah, in case you didn't know, there are 2 villages will not. One written by me, no one written by Aeon. They both start Koto Hime, so they're the same art and music. Features different story, minigame, and cast. Aeon's game is called The Endless and Koto Hime. Just check it out if you haven't already. Slightly more personal note. Good story. Really might say something emotionally resonant. Different aspects of Toho that seem to often get underread fan works. Few things that personally matter to me. The story is made from the heart, and I hope that shows. A lot more could say in here, but in that case, I think less is more. So yeah, bye bye. Yeah, I don't have much to say other than this was really good.